well covered about everything I know. By the way, we would like to tell you that they've got some fine old-time country records and all in the back that if you'd like to sift through, maybe pick up on one or two. Also, you can order your videos back there, which this young lady is working. Everybody that's working around here, you can get your videos, you can pick up your country records and what have you. And when I stand up here and tell you that Eulenburg County and this entire section of Kentucky is rich in talent, I want you to believe it. I had the pleasure years ago of knowing a guy that came down named Spider Rich. Guitar picking Sept, I want you to know. He's got a brother named Raymond Rich. And I had the pleasure of working with a guy that recorded a song, as I told some of you here last night, that I thought he could bend a note and come out right better than anybody I ever heard in my life. A song called Lonely Street, which has gone on to become an all-time standard in the world. It was recorded by a pop artist named Andy Williams, and up until Hawaiian Wedding Song, it was his second biggest song he ever did, second only to Moon River, and that guy's name was Andy Williams, who is a principal person. I had the chance of recording with him at RCA Studios there. Ladies and gentlemen, in our midst today, the Rich brothers and the one and only Mr. Dave Rich. Gentlemen, if you don't mind, stand up over there, Dave, Spider, Raymond. So therefore, when I tell you that this part of this state is rich in talent, you know exactly of which I speak. Dave, as I understand it now, is a full-time pastor down in Florida. Is that right, Dave? Our hats off to you, and I salute each and every one of you, gentlemen. Dog, if you ain't something else. Man, and our sound man, Mr. Jimmy Owens over here, stayed here so late last night until he left this morning in daylight, and he got back in here today, and it was still dark. So he's been here for a while. Our hat goes off to him. Also, the gentleman, Mr. Stovall, who is a road builder, supply quality blacktopping company, and all one of the sponsors here, one of the main sponsors. Then we're going to jar loose now, ladies and gentlemen, and get on with the guitar picking contest. But again, it's so much fun to renew old acquaintances with so many of you, like I have. In fact, I met a Mr. Bellamy that I met, he said, in 1956. In Owensboro, Kentucky, when I was working with one of the greatest guys to ever come along, a guy named George Morgan, Candy Kisses man, who now has a daughter who is big in the country music field, lovely Miss Lori Morgan. And I met Mr. Bellamy, he said in 1956. I didn't know when it was, but it was in Owensboro, Kentucky. Nice to renew acquaintances like that. And of course, in Rich Boys, them sapsuckers or something else over there. So we're ready to get on with it. I don't know who's the first contestant. Jimmy, do you know? Oh, I know, he's going to hand me this card. Now, I can't tell you who he is because that would be completely unfair. There might be some judges, if I was judging, that I might say, well, I know that old boy, I'm going to mark him first. But he's going to play a thing that I told y'all last night that one of Merle Travis's greatest tunes, as far as I was concerned, was I Am a Pilgrim. And then he's going to play Pass Me Not, and then a Cannonball Rag. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 1. Number one, ladies and gentlemen and judges, pardon me just a moment. I'm going to put this stand here, this piece of board, on this easel to where we can put the names of the, thank you, Rodney. Put those names up there where you people in the back can see. The thing's sleeping, it's kind of like me, ain't it? Down home in Mississippi. This way we can put their names up here without the judges knowing who it is, whether it might be Rod Thursday or something like that, you know. But we can put their names up here to where the people in the back can see. Again, let me remind you of the tapes that you can pick up in the back to benefit the Everly Brothers Foundation. It's called that Muhlenberg Sound, and it's called Clean Country. 19 songs on there that you're going to keep for collector's items, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to pick one up over there. You can order your videos in the back, pick up some good country records. And remind you, please, don't sit on the tables, they told me. Some of them are a little fragile and you're liable to fall and bust your contract. Okay? So we get it ready to get on, I believe, right now with contestant number 2. Let me get this, you got that one over there, Rod? I don't have the other slip that tell you what. We'll get it in a minute. If I seem a little slow, it's because I am. That's all. I used to be quick, nervous, and jerky. I ain't nervous no more. Just jerky, you know. Boy, some fine guitar picking in. We're going to hear it today. We're just getting out and getting started. I don't know where my other... I may have lost some of them. No, I never did have it, did I? A lot of things I ain't got. Mercy. Maybe your memory is the second thing to go. I don't remember what that first one was. That's your, thank you, sir. By the way, let me ask you, whoever in the back is getting on with it, we'd like to ask you to please have the contestants ready, if they don't mind, ready to come on out to where we can move along as quickly as possible, because we do have a lot of contestants here, other things going on today after the contest here. So if the contestants will, please be ready in the back, be ready to come on out as soon as the other one gets through, and bring your nameplate with your list of tunes out with you so that we can get on with that. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 2 will be playing Green Boy Polka, Full of Blues, and My Old Kentucky Home. As soon as he's ready back there, this is what I'm talking about. If we can get him ready as soon as possible, we'd appreciate that. Again, thank you so much for holding your chatter and your visiting down to where they can get a clean, crisper sound on the videos, and the judges in the back can hear more what the contestants are doing rather than hear what we're doing out there in the audience, okay? And he's ready. Judges and audience, contestant number 2. Right here. contestant number 2, ladies and gentlemen and judges. And if you don't mind, hey, Miss Marilyn, I need to see you back here just a minute when you get a chance, okay? But right now, we're fixing to move right along with it with contestant number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Judges, if you're ready back there, he will be playing the cannonball rag, and his second tune is Cascade, and the third one is something called White Heat. Well, that one fell off. Well, he's going to, these things don't stick up here too well. They're kind of like me, they don't stick to nothing very often. Well, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 3. All that talent and hair too. By the way, instead of putting up the signs, ladies and gentlemen, to who the artist is, who the contestant is, we got some lovely young ladies, Rosebud and Kara. They're going to kind of tote this sign around to the back so people will know the name of the contestant. We can't call it out because it would be kind of unfair. Some of us might be a little bit prejudiced. But without any further, did you bring your slip out? You already got it put up? Mercy. I didn't get to tell what he's going to do, though, the songs, and they just asked me to do that. Let me borrow that a minute, okay? If you don't mind, Jim, I'd appreciate it. And then we're going to ask the young ladies to pass around with that and hold that sign up so that y'all know who it is in the back, okay? The songs that he will be, by the way, they will be playing 3 songs. And he's going to play Just Because, the Smoky Mountain Home, and of San Antonio on Rose, ladies and gentlemen. And this is contestant number 4. Karen? Rosebud, whichever one of you is going to be first here together, so we're going to alternate this. Gather around and hold it up where they can see who it is, honey, okay? Take it to the back and down the middle there and everywhere, okay? Down the middle part. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, judges, contestant number 4. Good job. Contestant number 4, ladies and gentlemen, and after we have, I think if I memory serves me correctly, we have 12 contestants here. After about the 6th one, we're going to have a fine demonstration from Tommy Owens and Dr. Larry Kilgore from down in Birmingham. Of course, they're going to be on here and show you some different styles of playing that has evolved up through the years, something that you're going to be very, very glad to hear. I'm sure also got another good surprise for you. But without any further ado, playing Lazy Days, 5'2", and a guitar rag, we have contestant number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready, sir? But in the meantime, if he's not, until he does get that thing all geared up there, that wire still, that thing's still growing, it's still got the vine on it, ain't it? I bet the curl ain't even dead on that watermelon, but it's picking up the thump anyway, ain't it? You ain't got no fire in that amplifier? Number 5. Carol, where are you? Contestant number 5, ladies and gentlemen, and it was a good job he did that. Let me remind you of something also. In addition to the tapes that you can get of the Muhlenberg sound, it's called Clean Country, 19 songs on there. Foundation. We'll be sure to pick up one of those if you will. Good country records in the back. You can go old records. You can get some things that you probably haven't heard of in a long time. You can order your videos, which you'll be very proud to have here, especially the contestants and some of the relatives or friends of the contestants. And again, our many thanks to you, each and every one of you, for holding your visitations and you chat it out so that the judges and the video people can get a cleaner, crisper sound of what the contestants are doing here. Also, any of you who have an empty seat by you, if you don't mind, there are people standing up in the back. Any of you that will have an empty seat by you, if you would hold up your hand where some of the people in the back could come on up and have a seat. Some of you people standing up in the back that would like to sit down, come around with these people that are holding their hands up. They don't want to be excused. They just want you to know that they got an empty seat by them. Order. And again, thank you for being quiet. You get the country records in the back, sift through them, get you here with the tape, Muhlenberg sound back there. All of this goes to a very, very worthy cause. Concessions in the back. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, playing Dear Heart, and Salted Dog Rag, and then Maggie, contestant number 6. Thank you very much. That was contestant number 6, ladies and gentlemen. We've reached the halfway point, and we've got something very special for you. First off, though, Rosa, hand me that shirt name right there on that table, honey, if you don't mind. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, always, you're right here on this table, honey, this little one right there. Bring that right up here. Thank you, sweetheart. Ladies and gentlemen, ordinarily a guy who's had a heck of a hand in organizing this and running this outfit, kind of getting it off the ground with Rod Curtin and all of it, is a very close friend of ours that we feel privileged to know, a guy named Eddie Pennington. And Eddie couldn't be with us today. He's up in, I believe, Johnstown. Is that right, Pennsylvania? What's he doing, judging up there or what? The what? Oh, Eddie Pennington is playing in the National Folk Festival in Johnstown, Pennsylvania today, and that's the reason Eddie couldn't be with us. But he's done a heck of a job of getting this contest and all off the road and up and running for a long, long time ago. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm holding in my hand something that was donated by Merle Travis's daughter, Merlene. A shirt that Merle used to wear around the house and all. Something that's to be treasured, because Merle Travis is to be treasured. Truly a legend. This is a shirt that he wore around the house. It's not new. It's been used and worn many times by a guy that I was considered very, very fortunate to call my friend, Merle Travis. Now, whoever can tell me, without it being his family and all, whoever can tell me Merle Travis's middle name is going to get this shirt. Who can do it? Somebody will want to beat you to it, Lonzo. Robert is right. Merle Robert Travis, because Miss Betty told me just now that's what it was. This is a shirt that was worn around, and I know, Lonzo, you'd love to have it, but he beat you to it for just about that much. Not long though, but hats off to you. How'd you know his name? You read that thing over there, all right. And what is your name, sir? Mark Bauer. Where are you from, Mark? Beach Creek. There's the shirt that was worn by Merle Travis, and I'll bet you frame him, don't you? And our congratulations to you. Now, while Doc and Tommy's getting ready up here to show y'all some different styles on the thumb-picking guitar, it's kind of like eating banana pudding or peach cobbler. You can't hardly get too much of a good thing. And I've been telling you about a guy that to me is a heck of a good thing. Ladies and gentlemen, a native of your area up here, if you don't mind, make welcome the one and only Mr. Dave Rich over here. Dave, come up here, Dave. Do that. Banana pudding ain't nothing compared to this rascal, I'll tell you that. Dave, come on up here. By the way, it's Reverend Dave Rich now. I don't mean to show any disrespect. Dave, it's been a long time since you were here gracing our presence. I don't know. Quite a while. It's quite a while, and you're now full-time pastor in Florida, right? Orlando, Florida. In Orlando. Good country. I'm glad you went down there when Hurricane came through. I'm glad you did, and I'm glad you paid for you won't pass my home state of Mississippi. Kind of cut up a little bit down there. But come tonight, you will get, as I understand it, to review acquaintances with a guy who is truly a legend in his own time, and that's Mr. Chet Atkins. And you'll be appearing on the big concert on the big stage tonight at the Everly Brothers concert, which is people that would pay big money to get to walk on the stage over that night, but you will be one of the main attractions over there tonight. All right? All right. That's right. Dave, it's truly a pleasure to see you again, along with Brandon's father, of course. It's so nice to see them also. But to see you again, it's been something less than 1,000 years, but much too long since I've had the pleasure of seeing you again. Our congratulations to you, our hats off to you, and I'm going to be listening to you tonight and steal every note you got. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dave Rich right there. Coined that little phrase, rich with, this country up here was rich with talent, and he's one of the reasons, I'll tell you, along with Spider, of course, and Raymond and them. And now, ladies and gentlemen, time, boy. Oh. Penny, by the way, come here just a minute, if you don't mind. Penny, come here. This is Eddie Pennington's wife, Penny, ladies and gentlemen. That's Ryan, and step up here, sweet. We're glad to to have you here with us, along with Lonzo and Rosebud and all. Of course, we miss Eddie. Would you express our regrets to him that he couldn't be here, but also our congratulations on playing at the American Folk Festival up in Youngstown.
Thank you. He sure did one disappointed not to be able to get here this year, and he really enjoyed it. And he said to tell everybody hello.
And he moved on to bigger and finer things, didn't he?
Well, I don't know about that.
Not big. It may be bigger, but it ain't no finer. Our guys are like, hey, thank you so much, John, for coming and being with us. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Strong up here. And of course, the one and only Dr. Larry Kilgore from down in Birmingham, Alabama. Terrific surgeon, a good doctor. I told him back there a while ago, I walked up to him and I said, he said, Lightning, how you doing? And I said, Doc, I just ain't been feeling myself lately. He said, son, you look better from it too. He said, what's the matter? And I said, it hurts when I do like that. And he said, well, don't do like that. One of the finest guys in a guitar-picking food, ladies and gentlemen. Tommy, you carry that too back there?
I'm back here.
You're right back there behind me, ain't you? I'm going to move. He's sitting right behind me with a short-toed boot on, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm afraid if he kicks, I might have a pain in my anatomy. So I'm going to move over here and tell you, Doc, you going to kind of tell them about the situation. Now, this is a different style of guitars that has evolved through the years from the Moderator, Ike Everly, Chet Atkins, all of the Thumbpickers that's come up through the years. And as I told him last night too, the main thing, three things I always wanted to do in my life. One of them was to meet Doc Watson, who of course is a blind guitar player. The other one was to meet Mose Rader, which I didn't have the pleasure of doing, but I felt like I knew him anyway from talking with Grandpa Jones, Merle Travis, and Ike Everly. And the third thing was to go to Renfro Valley, so I hope we'll do that one of these days anyway. If you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tommy Strong, and of course, Dr. Larry Kilgore.
We apologize for any delay in getting the sound system moved around, but if you'll bear with us just a minute so we can give our sound man a chance to turn the volume up on these mics. This is Tommy Owens. I think Tommy Strong must be somebody I used to work with in the studio. To my left is Tommy Owens, and my ulterior motive to come up here today was to get Tommy up here to play. I tried to get him in the contest, he wouldn't do it. Tommy's been my guitar mentor for about 15 years or more, and but 3 or 4 years ago, actually the first of the Home of the Legends Thumbpicking contest, Rodney Turkley asked me if I would come out and fill in some time as they were having a sound difficulty problem, which are real common in trying to set up sound systems in places like this. And is this too loud? Am I hurting anybody's ear or anything? Is that okay? Yeah. But he asked me to come out and talk a little bit about the thumb style music. For there are many people, perhaps here, and there certainly were back then, 4 years ago, who aren't guitar players, and may not exactly know what thumbpicking is. And of course, there are lots of great guitar players here today, and that are not playing in the contest, and that's what makes everybody nervous up here, including me. But I thought it might be worthwhile to go over a little bit about the style of thumb style music and the different things that you might be exposed to or whatnot. We all are doing this, or most of us are doing this with a thumb pick. First discovered, I guess, for this style of music by Kennedy Jones back in the early part of this century. And a lot of people were playing thumb style music before that and using just the meat part of their thumb, but they found they could get more sophisticated and technical if they had this thumb pick. And the other thing I think that led to the development of this music was the fact that the guitar being mobile, it's hard to carry a piano around from place to place, but you can take a guitar from place to place. And you could sort of be a one-man band with a guitar, and that sort of developed. And so what we had was a combination of someone playing a rhythm guitar, which is like this. We got sound on the guitar? Tom, you got sound on your guitar? G? We got sound? But when people would sing, it was nice to have a rhythm guitar player, and they used a lot of straight picks and so forth, and of course still do today. And then of course you needed somebody playing bass, which was this action. And then if there wasn't anybody there to sing, you needed somebody to sing, and so that's what the finger was for. And sort of the thumb style picking sort of combines the three. That is rhythm, bass, and the melody, and it sounds a little bit like this. Now can you hear it? And so forth. That sort of thing. To combine rhythm and bass and melody, and then if you really got fancy, you could add in some harmony notes with that. And then if you got more sophisticated, as it's developed through the years, that you could add jazz chords and improvisation and so forth and so on. And Kennedy Jones and Ike Everly and Mose Raver, Merle, and of course Chet Atkins and Spider Ridge, many, many other great guitar players, Odell Martin, I'll leave many out, that influenced the development of the style over the years. But I should say that everybody has a unique sound with their thumb, and we all try to imitate the people that we hear, like Merle or Chet or Jerry Reed, or I try to imitate Tommy, and but I don't ever sound like Tommy, and I think everybody has a unique sound. So what we thought we would do, without taking too much time, is go through a couple of the styles and maybe play a tune of Merle's and a tune of maybe Jerry Reed and Mose Raver and so forth. So bear with us again. If it sounds too loud, again, I don't want to hurt anybody's eardrums. Are we okay? We're coming through? Yes, sir? Yes. Of course, what makes me sound a lot better is if I can drown my guitar picking out with singing. So we're going to sing one first. This weird surround. I got a home that yonder city below, and I know it's not made by hand. I've got a God. they said, you need to do a little more sound on Tommy's guitar. Well, while they're working on that, a couple of other things about the Thumbpick and about the different styles that may or may not be of interest to you was how the different famous players use the Thumbpick. Now, I'll start with Chet because to many, I guess he's one of the most famous guitar players using the Thumbpick. Of course, he was up here in Drakesboro many times to sit and pick with Moe's and spent a lot of time in Merle as well. Chet's Thumbpick is a little bit softer and it's a little different than Merle and a little different than Moe's. What the Chet uses is an alternating thumb style, and it's sort of like this. And a little soft. Soft and all pretty. Of course, he's one of the greatest ever. But if you want to get down as deep as you can in the blues and play the blues, then you're going to have to play a little bit like Moe's Record. And I don't know, there's nobody that can play like Moe's. And I never met Moe's, but I've heard him on tape and so forth, and been around other players that have been around Moe's. Supposedly Moe's loved music and just sit back and laugh and take his thumb and just kill the guitar with it, and had a great sound. And Moe's, instead of doing an alternating bass, would use a lot of jazz chords. Tommy and I are going to try to play a little Moses blues and try to sneak in a lick or two of Moe's Record or Moses blues. I'll try to we'll put that fancy part in. Try to play for you. Y'all hear now? Yeah. scream up there. One of the greatest guitar players from Kentucky died a couple of years ago. So we sure miss him. Let's see, what else? Now there are other guitar players that are quite famous that have a little different approach to the guitar. One of those is somebody like Jerry Reed. And I've spent the past couple of years playing some Jerry Reed tunes and so forth. And he sort of combines the thumb pick and all kinds of crazy things to make his guitar sound, which is one of the unique sounds ever. No question about it. And I'll try and play just a little bit of one of his tunes called Funky Jumper. So there he's using the thumb pick and a totally different idea to sort of fill in the music and to do chord progressions and so forth and so on. So that brings us down to the king of the hill, in my opinion, Merle. And I grew up listening to Merle Travis records from my mother, who was a big Merle Travis fan, and I hooked up with Tommy early on, who was a big Merle player and so forth. We're going to end up with a couple of tunes to show a little bit about Merle's style. Merle's style was taken after Moe's, refined in Merle's way of thinking and so forth. And again, instead of using the alternating sound, it's a real bassier sound. Just like we will. Everybody's patience today with everything. Again, I know the contestants are also very appreciative of y'all being very, very quiet while they play, so the judges can hear their music uninterrupted. I'm going to get Tommy to play for you a tune that nobody plays except Tommy and Merle, and he does a great job of it. It's a very difficult tune to play called Rockabye Rag, which illustrates the development of the finger rolls and so forth that this style allows you to do. We appreciate y'all having us up here. Rockabye Rag.
Larry's talking about being nervous, and I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. This boy scared me to death. And I'm not loose. Anybody wonders, I'm not loose at all.
exhibition put on there. Comment, Larry. Happy to have you. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I just saw one of the all-time kings walking here today. Again, right over there. None other than Don Everly, one of the Everly brothers. Don? That's Kathy's clown in person right there. By the way, Don, I had the pleasure of meeting that young lady last year. She hadn't lost it either, buddy. Good to see you again. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, on this video you see running up here, Rod Kirtley just came up and told me who they're out of this guy named Albert Lee on there, Dwayne Eddie, Don and Phil Everly, of course, is on there. Dorothy Travis on there, Mr. Eddie Pickington, all of that video, and you can name one. Again, let me ask you please, that when the contestants start again, please hold down on your chatter and visiting because it's getting pretty loud out there. Right now, what we'd like to do, we'd like to tell you about some people that are here and honor them if you don't mind. First off, ladies and gentlemen, a lady from over in Greensboro, Kentucky over here, her name is Mary Shutt. Like, shut up, she said, like that. And she's here with a lady that is just one of the finest ladies I've enjoyed meeting her. Merle Travis's daughter, Pat, right over here to the left. Pat, how are you? And Miss Mary Shutt is there with you from over there. Where's Miss Mary? Miss Shutt? There she is right back there. Hiding behind, she's down over there. Now also, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you somebody else is here. There happens to be a gentleman here by the name of John Travis, who happens to be Merle's brother. And John's a character in his own right. Also, Mr. Clark Travis is here. And their sister, Miss Baylor Travis Adler, is all here. And of course, Mr. Clark's wife, Meredith. All of those are here. Where is Miss Baylor? There's Miss Baylor right over there. And Mary standing right beside her, and the dress on over there. I don't know where Claude and Mr. John are over there around. There's Claude right there. There he is. And that happens to be Mary's uglier half. Claude is back there. She's better looking of the two. And of course, Mr. John is here somewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for being so attentive and being so much involved with our festivities here today. Again, you can order your videos of the different ones that are here today, and we want you to bear in mind, please be quiet as possible because we want good, clean, crisp sound for the judges in the back, and also for the video people and the audio portion of it also. So if you don't mind, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to kind of get on with it, and for the Travis family, and for the Everly family, and for the Rich family, all of these people that is so, this part of the country is so gifted to have so many talented people up here. Without any further ado, and if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you again, please quiet down. Quiet, y'all. Do what? Mr. Curtin tells me, ladies and gentlemen, that we cannot start the rest of the competition until you quieten down. That ain't plain, but maybe you can understand. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your cooperation. We appreciate that very much. So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me have that plaque if you don't mind. Jimmy, let me hold that. Quiet! I'll have Rod Turkey come out here and climb up on your weatherboard and keep your shingles off. Contestant number 7 will be playing Swanee, Cherokee, and 9-Pine Mountain. So with due consideration with the contestant, please, and with the judges in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 7. battle rag, and I'll see you in my dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 8. judges was contestant number 9. If we can find number 10 back there, somebody, if you don't mind, ready to come on. Number 9, I beg your pardon? Yeah, this is number 9. I said, well, that's right, isn't it? As soon as he gets through. As soon as he gets, you know, I've been eating a lot of greasy pork lately, and things kind of slip in my mind, you know. Anyway, this is contestant number 9. He'll be weighing 16 tons, waiting for the times to get better, and then the steel guitar rag. Ladies and gentlemen and judges, without any further ado, Jimmy, are y'all ready back there? He's setting up our engineer's setting up the mic where we can get a good sound on it there. 16 tons, waiting for times to get better. How much we like, Jim? You want me to kill some time? I got the perfect weapon to do it with, my voice. Don't leave, buddy. I ain't gonna sing. Again, thank you all so much, ladies and gentlemen, for being so indulgent and being quiet while the contestants are performing up here. Remind you again, of course, you can order your videos of this and get a video of it. You get good country records, something that you've probably been looking for and didn't know there was available in the back there. And again, the fine cassette that they have made called Muhlenberg Sound. 19 songs on here, good, clean country stuff that several of the artists have chipped in, and they've done this, and they're selling this for $12 a tape, and to benefit the Everly Brothers Foundation. And they're going to build a monument, amphitheater and all this stuff on like 80-something acres they bought right across the main highway out there. So all of this does go to a very, very worthy cause. Pick you up on these tapes. You'll like it back there. I don't know whether Mr. Ted is still here or not, but he was railroading this thing last night and this morning, but you'll be happy later on that you did. Again, if we're ready, contestant number 9, 16 tons, waiting for the times to get better, and the steel guitar rag. Contestant number 9, ladies and gentlemen, and now we've got a special treat in store for you also before we continue on. By the way, let's move that chair a little bit closer to the, if you don't mind, push it a little closer. That thing getting mighty close to the back end of that platform there, and it might be like the old lady down home that was making apple butter out in the backyard in the wash pot, cooking it out there. Stump her toe and sit down right in that wash pot full of apple butter. It didn't burn her very bad, but it did get her behind in her work. Don't explain it to him, lady, he'll get it in a minute. So we don't want that to happen up here on the stage. That chair was getting real close to the back, and it's got some metal things on the back. They sure enough, it could be disastrous. If you'll pardon the expression. You caught it, didn't you? Oh, we got a special treat in store for you right now, Jimmy, if you don't mind, as soon as you get lined up there. We got Al and Kathy Baines from upstate New York, up in Buffalo, New York, by the way. They've come a long way. By the way, I had the pleasure yesterday afternoon of meeting some ladies, and also I saw them again outside out there a while ago, all the way from England, that are here for the Everly Brothers homecoming weekend this weekend here, and they're here for the contest today. And one of them won a prize over in England somehow or another, and her prize was a trip here to the Everly Brothers homecoming this weekend. And she said, as far as she's concerned, this is the highlight of her entire life. And she has a guitar up here that looks exactly like those black Gibsons that Don and Phil used to use all the time, that we use on the stage of the opera and everywhere. And instead of Gibson up on the head of that guitar, it's got Everly on that little miniature guitar. And I mean, you're talking about a cute thing, it really is. But, excuse me, got a frog in my throat. It's the first bite I've had in 2 days, so I hope y'all excuse that. Anyway, those ladies get here all the way from England. Come clean from England. The first thing is come clean over in a long time, I reckon. By the way, have we got anybody here from Texas other than Pat? Anybody else here from Texas? Well, way in the back. Welcome to the United States, buddy. We're glad to have you. You can always tell a Texan. You can't tell them much, but you can tell them. No, we're proud to have you here. By the way, I saw a car over in the parking lot over there. It's from Missouri, the Show Me State, it says. But their license plate, instead of having numbers so-and-so and so-and-so, it says Everly on it. So somebody's a real fan from over in Missouri. We're glad to have them here too. I like that very much. Everly, E-V-E-R-L-Y. 7, that's right. That's all they allow you on it, is 7. I got some words I'd like to put on one. Anyway, well, look, we're ready. Kathy, you ready, huh?
For what? You've traveled a long way, you know.
I used to, when I was traveling with Grand Ole Opry troops, Ernest Tubb, Ray Price, Marty Robbins.
That was before.
When we was on the way up into Canada, we always worked a tour for a guy in Buffalo, New York, called Ramblin' Lou. And as I understand it, Lou is still up that way. He's still kicking, doing a good job. Ladies and gentlemen, two talented people from upstate New York, and we know that you're going to enjoy them immensely here today. If you don't mind, a big round of applause, a Central City welcome to Al and Kathy Baines.
I didn't mean to be disrespectful to Lightning because he's so much older than I am that I really should treat him with respect. But then I'm from New York.
Why does he get special treatment?
That's right. We were here late last night. Who was here after we left at 1 o'clock? You must come to Mountain View, Arkansas, and that'll be next Memorial Weekend next year. You should come and see what the pickers do out there. Out there it's acoustic, and the camaraderie in this group is wonderful. If you're here just for this event today, we should say thank you, because if you're supporting Thumbpicking, then Al can still go to work in years to come, and we appreciate that. How many more years do we have to do this?
Okay, I guess we're about set. We're just going to do a couple of 3 tunes here to kind of break things up a little bit. The reason they let us come in here is because even though I have a thumbpick, I'm no competition or any threat to anybody. So I figured it's safe. Here's one that we did this last night. We'll try it again, see if we get it right today. This is one that Mark Chestnut had on the charts not too long ago. When we moved on up to Idaho, found that I'd be back and take up where I left off on back. Left behind some lovely ladies, sexy going Texas baby. I got back in time tonight, anticipating much delight. I pulled out my black book, called up my old lovers. I got my newlyweds and two expectant mothers. All my old things have new names. There's a lot of girls in town, time tonight to settle down. My thoughts started by with some of my old friends, but they've all got new names. My sexy little backroad sport is now called Mrs. Davenport. Pretty little black-eyed Susie's now Miss Susan Vanderhoosen. Rosie, who would blow my mind, his sister Rose on Channel 9. Wildest lover of my life is now a federal judge's wife. They don't want to recognize this old familiar face, just a reminder of their wild woolly days. All my old flames have new names. There's a lot of girls in town, time tonight to settle down. My thoughts started by with some of my friends, but they've all got new names.
I thought it was ironic that he learned that song because when he met me, he said there'd been no one before me. Well, nobody that he wanted to mention, anyway.
I had a great line, but I'll let that.
Yeah, you're going to say it, aren't you?
Back when I first started playing up around our area, I had a local guitar hero. I always talk about our guitar heroes. And of course they changed over the years somewhat. My first local guitar hero was a fellow named Flint Beach. And played a mark guitar and just played more rhythm than anybody had a right to. He knew every time he moved across the strings he had a different chord and it always fit. But he also leaned toward the thumb and finger style. He'd done a local record. And I didn't have any idea where the songs came from, but I knew they were some kind of neat songs. I learned everything he did. One of the ones he did on that first record is one called the 9-Pound Hammer. And of course, we've learned a little more about that since then, but this is kind of the way he did it. This 9-Pound Hammer is a little too heavy for my size. For my size, I'm going on the mountain. I gotta see my baby. Ain't coming back, no, ain't coming back. Roll on, buddy, don't roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? Roll on, buddy, pull over and roll. How can I pull when the wheels won't go? It's a long way to Harlem, and a long way to Hazard, to get a little through, just to get a little through. Darling, long and gone, you can make my tombstone out of number 9 coal, out of number 9 coal. Roll on, buddy, don't roll so slow. How can I roll when wheels won't go? Roll on, buddy, pull over the coal. How can I pull when the wheels won't roll? Roll, roll, roll.
What did that sign say? T-shirts for sale? She got a job here. Don't forget to get your T-shirt. I'm assuming that the monies go to help sponsor all the work for another year. This is really nice to be here. And I'm glad the air conditioning's working this year. Does anyone remember last year? This is a Les Paul Mary Ford too. I really enjoy doing it. When you treat me this way, I know I love you, so what can I do? I'm a fool to care, I'm a fool to cry. When you tell me goodbye, you made me so blue. When you were untrue, I'm a fool to care. I know I should laugh and fall in the tear, but I know I would die if you went away. I'm a fool to care. When you don't care for me, but why should I pretend I lose in the end? I'm a fool to care.
Hey, we're going to sneak one more quick one in here. We did this last night also. There's a story that goes along with this. You probably should forget.
I have to tell this story. I asked Gail to learn certain songs, and it takes about 2 years. And we happened to be over in Arkansas this year, and Pat said, Al, do you know smoke that cigarette? He said, gee, no, I don't. She said, you really ought to do that. So we went back to the room. We had a book with the words. We worked on that. We memorized it. We did it Saturday night. And I said, boy, now that's influence, Pat. See what a good-looking smile will do?
Can't do a try this one. So we'll give it a try and see if we can get through that.
Now see there, for all you people that said life and chance couldn't carry Kathy Baines and bass fiddle like Ham, I just have her in it. See there? Oh, by the way, now we're fixing to start on again with our contestants, ladies and gentlemen. And let me remind you that this afternoon, I believe it's at 2 o'clock, over at Drakesboro, there'll be a dedication over there to the legends. Merle Rager, Merle Travis, I don't know who all, but there will be a dedication over there. Quite a river, a fair over at Drakesboro, Kentucky, which I think is, what, 7-8 miles from your Pat, something like that. Thank you, sir. Contestant number 10 will be playing the dance of the Golden Rod. St. Louis Blues, WC Handy tune from down in Memphis, down in our old stomping grounds down there. I know it was because the last time I done this, some fellows just stomped the devil out of me right for Beale Street down there. So it's my old stomping ground. Like I'm a good housekeeper, real good housekeeper. I've kept it through 2 divorces, so it makes me a good housekeeper, no. It costs the heck out of me, but I kept it anyway. No, sir, he'll be playing the dance of the Golden Rod, St. Louis Blues. If blood's yellow, I'm shocked. Mercy. You caught it, didn't you, Benny? Sir? Yeah. You don't have to have it tonight. You're going to play it electrified, ain't you? All right. Now, here he is, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado. The judges have been trying to kill those time until they got the stage set up over there. Contestant number 10 be playing Dance of the Golden Rod, St. Louis Blues, and Blue Smoke. Dara, oh, she's got a shirt back. Come here, sweetheart. What we're doing, we're letting these lovely young ladies carry this sign around towards the center and the back and everywhere so that you will know not only that he is contestant number 10, but what his legitimate name is. There. She's My Baby, and Ricky Ticky Ticky. And one of them's in D, and the other one's in G, and the last one's in G also. Well, gee, that's nice, isn't it? Without any further ado, just as if you're ready. And by the way, we did come up with a calculator operator. There was one operator back then, operated a little ad machine. They call it a calculator or something. But Jackie Curley, Rod's lovely wife, is going to be back there tallying up the numbers that they've come up with. So, with your indulgence, and if you're ready, and I'm sure you are, contestant number 11. Real fine job, ladies and gentlemen, that was contestant number 11. And now we're about to get into what the shoemaker hit his wife with, called the lash. Any of you remember about the old shoemaker? That's what they repaired shoes on. Had an awl too, didn't it? We could go on further into that. This is our final contestant, ladies and gentlemen, and ask you again to please be with us and hold your chatter and talk behind your business if you don't mind, because the judges in the back where they can hear everything that's going on. Also the video, we want a good clean sound on that as much as possible. And that lady always said if we didn't be quiet, she'd probably hook us with an ugly stick or something like that. But anyway, we want to ask you to please be with us again. This last contestant number 12, will be playing a tune called Night Train, and an original tune called Green Street, and then Caravan. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, if you will, judges, if you're ready, contestant number 12. Don't run off while the judges are tabulating the scores and adding up, tabulating. How do you like that word? Boy, that's what I can feel at the post office. Well, while they added up the score, we got Mr. Tucker, we just going to play us a tune, and we are going to have to move it along and move along in a hurry because we've got to leave here and go over to Dricksburg for the dedication over there. Kenny Jones, of course, the great Mold Rager, Ike Everly, and Merle Travis. So
Thank you.
long as you entertain us in the meantime.
We appreciate you. It's great to be called a thumbpicker, and we're trying to educate folks and some of the rest of the world to thumbpicking. And I guarantee that you can go to any place in Europe and sit down on a park bench somewhere and just start playing the Merle Travis. Folks will come up and they say, they know. They may not be able to speak one word of English, but they know what you're picking. I'll see. Yeah, all right. I'm out of my element here. And all this gets kind of uptight when I notice there's people around us, so many guitar pickers. We'd like to invite you out to Mountain View, Arkansas. Mountain View, Arkansas is the world capital of folk music. Hello there, how are y'all? We're going to be out there in Dallas City pretty soon. That's where, at the folk center there, about all we do is just play folk stuff from 1940 on back to back as far as 1450. So, and all acoustic instruments. So come out there and you can be a star around that court square, same as anybody else.
Before you leave here, you do yourself a favor to pick up this cassette tape back there called that Muhlenberg Sound by Muhlenberg County. They also have t-shirts back there for sale. You can get them, good country records back that way. And all the proceeds from this goes to them. It's just a small goes to the foundation, Everly Brothers Foundation. And two, let me tell you, that if you want to order a video of today's performance this year, which is a Bill Keepsake album, you can get one of them from that lady right up there, in that booth right up there with that yellow sweater on up there. You get that and you can order it from her today. And so if you will, do yourself a favor and go and order one of the videos. You can put that on your VCR and play it back and all that kind of good stuff. Thank you so much for a beautiful job, young lady, by the way. We appreciate it very, very much. You can order your video from her. You won't be sorry that you did. I don't know what...
The judges are wrapping up their calculations back there, and so they needed a little time to fill in. So I wanted to remind everybody this afternoon, if you came in late, about the dedication of the Mose River Monument and the tribute to the legends of Thumbpicking this afternoon in Greensboro.
It's not out of a guitar. Boy, I cleaned that up in a hurry, didn't I? Out of a guitar. He's kind of the right arm, as we call it down in Nashville, Tennessee, of a guy named Chet Atkins. It's just about all he wants to. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the finest dudes you'll find around anywhere, plays the heck out of a guitar. Paul Yandell. Where's Paul? He's born a guitar. Paul, come in. I want you to look at this. What you doing, sir? Well, we don't call you that. The word's already out on you, Paul.
Don't call me those obscene names.
That's not obscene. That's a compliment when you get my age. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Yandell. He's going to pick something for you, and you'll hear it done right now.
Well, I need to pick. I just got here and brought here and back and got me, so I would like to participate and come up here, and so I'll pick you one. They got about 5 minutes to kill, and I got the weapon to do it. This is a great thing. I know everybody mentions Eddie Pennington this year. He had to go to Washington, D.C. to play in some kind of folk festival where he's getting in the big time. Probably never seen it either. Here's a little tune I like to play. I'm thinking of 9-1 Blues. Today, everybody knows they're having this dedication for Mose and Ike Everly and Kenneth Jones and Earl. And I thought about a funny story that Chet told me. By the way, Chet's not going to be able to come. He won't travel when the weather is bad. And we had the awfulest weather in Nashville that you ever seen. It was electrical storms and everything. And he's always afraid to have a wreck or something. He just won't travel. So I came by myself.
Anyway, back in the 60s, Moles came down to Nashville, and Merle was down at that time, and Chet and Merle and Moles got together over at RCA Studios, and they sat around and picked a bit, and I got a tape of it. It's real funny. But anyway, Chet, Moles rode the bus down to Nashville, and Chet said, well, Moles, why did you ride the bus? And he said, well, the Central City Airport was closed. And that's the way Moles was. I'll play one more and then I'll bamboozle you. Let's see. I think something plays. Here's a tune I learned here a while back. Never heard it before. It's called Sherry, and it's it was a big tune back in the 40s, I guess. And I'll see if I can get through it on this guitar. It's a little difficult, but I hope you like it. And it's a real pleasure to see everybody. And we'll see you a little later.
If my memory serves me correct, Paul, is not tomorrow your birthday?
Who's spreading that room?
I don't know who's spreading it, but is tomorrow your birthday?
Yeah, I got, let's see, today's Saturday? Yeah, I guess it is.
Tomorrow is your birthday, which, by the way, you and I have a couple of things in common. One of them is,
Both of us are poor.
yeah, I'm so poor I can't even pay attention. But you and I survived, or shall we say, or worked with, I guess, about one of the top country duets that ever has been in the country music field, and that's the Lubin.
Lonzo and Oscar.
But the Lubin brothers, of course, you worked with them, and I worked with them in Memphis before any of us ever came to Nashville, and then you worked with them quite a while when I wasn't with them, but I yet filled in sometimes. And they were a good country duet. Another thing we have in common is both of us had guitar players for songs, right?
That's right. How's Barry doing?
Barry's doing fine, Paul. Thank you. What about your boy?
He's doing fine too. He would have been here today, but he had to work, you know. Somebody has to make a living in my family.
That was the next thing I was going to ask you, if he why he wasn't here with you today.
Everybody can't be a bum like me, you know.
I never ever forget, my son was just a youngster, and he was playing with a group out there on Whiskey, and right across from Mel Tillis' office. I think it was the graduates, they call themselves or something. And Porter and Jerry Reed went by one night, and Porter said, of course, would love to put his son, Porter Wagner, wanted his son to be in the music business, but he didn't care to at all. And he said it must be awfully flattering, minded, to have a son that follows in your footsteps. And I said, well, it is in one way, but what's embarrassing is after they catch you and pass you.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
That's the way it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Yandell, one of the greatest. Number, listen up closely. We got some ties here. We need contestants number 3, number 6, number 7, number 9, 10, and 11. We need all of you in the back immediately, if not sooner. Okay? Contestants number 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 11. Now that's 6 people, sir. 2 songs. They will play 2 songs and 2 songs only, please. Contestant number 1, and without any further ado, judges, if you're ready in the background, ladies and gentlemen, with your indulgence here. judges. Judges are ready in the back. It's going to be playing a song called Who's Sorry Now, and then another one called Ripple, I believe. That must be a self-composed job, is it? Or did you write that? If you're ready. Who's Sorry Now and Ripple. Contestant number 4. contestant number 5. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, and judges, are you ready in the back? Contestant number 6. Contestant number 6, ladies and gentlemen, wound it up there on the runners-up, I'll say the runners-up, no, on the playoffs is what it is. Out of 12 contestants, we had 6 that tied for first place. That sounds like a judge and I do a beauty contest. Make them all first place. By the way, we would especially like to thank Mr. John Stovall, who heads up the Road Builders Company, the Quality Black Company, Blacktopping Company here in Central City, Kentucky, for being an official sponsor of the Thumbpickers contest here today. How many thanks to him? And I don't know where the lovely flowers came from, but who...
While they're tabulating, it should be right out, and I'll go ahead and get the thank yous out of the way because I know you're getting anxious to hit the trace for them. But most of all, we'd like to thank John Stovall and Road Builders, Quality Blacktop, and Greenville Quarries. So if you see John Stovall or anyone who works there, be sure to thank him. Or go out and have your driveway paved or buy a load of gravel on your way home or something to thank these guys. Because it's very expensive to put this on and they pick up all the expense. So if you see John Stovall or anybody who works there, be sure to thank him. Next of all, I'd like to thank Lightning Chance for doing such a super job. Look here, Lightning's available. Okay, next of all, we have a lot of volunteers that helped us decorate. If you notice the circus decorations, they had a circus in here a couple nights ago. It was the reason we had the red and white. But the Yellow Rose Fan Club decorated for us, so we appreciate them. Don't forget Linda Arnold, Cat's Eye Production. You get a tape from her. We have the lead wall in the back selling vintage records. She has a t-shirt set if you like a t-shirt. We've got the tape that Newburgh County found. Clean Country has a lot of Tommy Flint, Royce Morgan, a lot of people you know are on here. All the proceeds go to the museum. Now, if you leave town and go on the West Kentucky Parkway, you'll see we have a huge sign up. We own 86 acres out here. Hopefully by next year, everything will be under construction. We're going to have an amphitheater. We're going to have a Every Brothers Museum, the Partly Every Brothers Museum will be for Thumbpickers. Tommy Flint, who helped us out, and Moon Mullins were our judges. And there's 3 excellent judges, so I think you'll know that everything was done right. Okay? Okay, we have the results, and I'd like for these to come on stage as we call your name. Okay, give me the names of who you are. I need a drum roll over here or something. Okay.
That's a drum.
Okay. Number 6 was J.T. Oldby, came in 6. J.T. comes up. Miners Henry. He's got a great future ahead of him. Okay. Number two here. Steve Rector came in fifth. Number two, Steve Rector, fifth. Number three, Bob Saxton came in fourth. Number four, Pat Kirtley came in third. Number one, John Maxwell came in second. The winner this year is number five, Larry Stone.
And I congratulations to each and every one of you gentlemen. Y'all did a terrific job. Thank you so much. Rod's getting a trophy over there. It's advanced to each and every one of you. All of you did a terrific job, and we're proud of each and every one of you. You had a whole lot of competition up against you. Now don't y'all leave because they want to get your beauty scrub. What does it say on that thing anyway? All the legends, Thumbpicking, Muhlenberg County, and that's thank y'all very, very much, and he's passing out the cash water. It's a financial pleasure for you to win that, I'm sure. And there's the trophy. Stand right here, they want to get your picture if you don't mind. Gentlemen, thanks to each and every one of you for a terrific job. Thank y'all.